It's too soon to tell how serious President Trump is in defiance of the Constitution. In his first 28 days, he signed an order to nullify birthright citizenship for some, a right guaranteed by the 14th Amendment, and he has closed agencies and frozen spending that Congress mandated by law. Lower courts are holding up many of the president's priorities, but nothing has risen to the Supreme Court, where these battles over presidential power could rewrite history.
The United States Agency for International Development, USAID, was established in 1961 under President John F. Kennedy. At the height of the Cold War, its mission was clear: to provide economic development, humanitarian assistance, and disaster relief worldwide, helping to stabilize regions, reduce poverty, and advance U.S. interests through diplomacy rather than military force. For over 6 decades, the USAID played a crucial role in global affairs. It provided food during famines, medical aid in pandemics, and relief in war zones. It was at the forefront of disaster response in places like Haiti after the 2010 earthquake and in West Africa during the Ebola crisis. USAID's PEPFAR program, launched in 2003, helped millions of people living with HIV/AIDS, especially in sub-Saharan Africa. The agency worked alongside international partners to promote education, economic growth, and women's rights, shaping the modern world through what was known as soft power. But in 2025, USAID's fate changed dramatically. Following the re-election of Donald Trump, his administration launched an aggressive cost-cutting initiative aimed at reducing government spending. At the center of this effort was the newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, led by Elon Musk. One of its first actions was freezing USAID's budget, effectively halting its global operations. The justification for these cuts was framed around alleged wasteful spending. Critics pointed to projects such as a DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion musical in Ireland, a transgender comic book in Peru.
Through USAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap, and I know the American people don't either, and that's exactly what Elon Musk has been tasked by President Trump to do, to get the fraud, waste, and abuse out of our federal government. Thank you, guys.
As protests erupted in Washington, D.C., international leaders reacted sharply. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa condemned the decision as bullying. After Musk's department withdrew funding over South Africa's economic policies. Meanwhile, British Foreign Secretary David Lammy warned that cutting aid to Ukraine could be a strategic mistake, weakening the country's resistance to Russian aggression. But despite all these international backlash, Trump remained resolute, posting a short but decisive message: "Close it down." And with that, one of the most significant pillars of American foreign aid came to an end. The closure of USAID marked a radical shift in U.S. global policy, one that prioritized isolationism over international engagement. To supporters, it was a long overdue effort to cut government waste and refocus on domestic issues. To critics, it's a reckless and politically motivated move that abandoned America's leadership in global humanitarian efforts. But truly, for the first time since the Cold War, the United States has withdrawn from the world stage, not by war, but by silence. Now the question remains, what would replace it? Please let us know your thoughts on this in comments. And if you enjoyed watching this, please leave a like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating insights.